Leo, what's up, y'all? What is good? What's happening? What it do? It's time for your weekly check-in. We gonna see what's going on with y'all in the first week of September. September week 1. Remember, weekly check-ins are just a short, quick, general, energetic overview. If any of you are in need of a personal reading, if you want, you can just go straight to my website, tarotwithrich.com. But I do have a link for that right down here in the description of the video, okay? Alrighty, let's jump into this. Let's just see what we can tell Leo about your situation and the person you're dealing with in the first week of September. What can we tell Leo, universe? What can we tell Leo? Ooh, 10 of Cups. Okay. Ooh. Hang on a second. Let's see what that's all about. Is this going to be a reconciliation attempt? 3 shuffles. That's 1, 2, and 3. Uh-oh, 6 of Wands reversed. Queen of Cups, Judgment. Oh, World card. Oh, okay. I didn't expect that. Well, I do think it's a reconciliation attempt. Who is it that's doing the attempting? I don't know. I don't know who has the intentions of a reconciliation attempt, but boom, bada boom. I think it's going to end up in closure, honestly. I don't know if that's the plan, but I'm thinking that's what's happening. I'm thinking closure is happening as a result of this conversation. Okay. All right. I don't have any major arcana here, do I? Well, I got the Tower card reversed, but... All right, let's see. Let me see their feelings, energies, and intentions. I'm trying to figure out who's doing what here. Who is doing what? What's the dealio, Emilio? Person Leo's dealing with, what are their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? Hangman reversed. 3 shuffles. 1, 2, and 3. Bloobity bloopty blue, blue, bloobity bloopty blue. 8 of Swords. Well, okay, so this is weighing on them pretty heavily. And I do think they feel a little bit embarrassed and a little bit stupid. But this is where it gets confusing. And this is where it starts giving me a fucking migraine. I mean, not reading it, but trying to explain it. You know, putting this energy into English words can be fucking migraine inducing. So the person that you're dealing with, this is weighing on them very heavily. They feel a little bit embarrassed, feel a little bit stupid, but at the same time, they're refusing to look at or acknowledge the truth of the situation. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. Maybe that's why it ends up resulting in closure. You know? Maybe you just need to be reminded that this is somebody that's just never going to take accountability. Ever. And, hey, I'm not even pointing fingers. I don't care who's in the right or who's in the wrong. If one person refuses to take accountability for anything, it ain't gonna work. Let's play devil's advocate for a real quick second. Let's say that you're the one that was in the wrong. Let's say you're the one that fucked it all up. Well, usually in a situation like that, if there's one person who was the primary antagonist during the separation, usually the other person is standing back with their arms crossed, like, you're the one that needs to change, not me, right? I didn't do anything wrong. You're the one that lied. You're the one that cheated. You're the one that treated me badly. You're the one that did this. You're the one that did that. I didn't do anything wrong, so I don't need to change. Okay, well, even if that is the case, and on paper you didn't cause the ending of this connection, if you think that you ain't got shit that you need to work on, you ain't gonna be able to lay a foundation with anyone, you know? But I mean, I think for the majority of it, that's not the situation we're dealing with here. Some of you are dealing with somebody who has some sort of addiction issue, drug addiction, alcoholism, porno, whatever, you know? And they're just, it's like that feeling where you know that you're in the wrong, but you're so embarrassed that you don't want to sit with it. You don't want to face it. And you damn sure ain't about to open up and be vulnerable about it, you know? And I think you're seeing that. You're seeing that very clearly. I think you're seeing that very, very clearly. Could be a Capricorn for some of you. I got Taurus, Pisces. All right, could be anybody. Those are just energies. Well, I think we got the outcome in that first spread. Let's see if there's any advice. What's the advice? What's the advice for Leo? 3 shuffles. 1, 2, and 3. 7 of Swords. Okay, how am I going to say this? We may have already talked about this, honestly. But, okay, let me put it to you like this. If you was to walk into a crowded area, like tonight, if I was to go downtown to the Las Vegas Strip, it's going to be booming and bustling. If I grabbed a random fucking person and just said, hey, if you don't mind, talk to me about some of the biggest problems you have going on in your life right now. 90 to 95% chance it's going to be something involving romance, finance, or both. And here's the kicker. 90% of our problems are the result of our own expectations, right? Think about that. That may sound kind of frivolous, but it's not. Most of the problems that we're experiencing is because I think that this should be this way, but it's not. I think that that should have happened that way, but it didn't. All right? And in regards to another person, I think you should be this person, but you're not. I think you should see things this way. You should do things that way. You should feel this way. You should see things that way. You should think this way. And you don't. So try to go into it as neutral as you can, if it's possible. I know that's hard. And sometimes I don't even like hearing myself give that advice because it's hard. It's hard to manage your expectations, you know? But try to see if you can find that place where you don't expect the best, you don't expect the worst. You're cool either way. A lot of times when somebody tries to lower their expectations, they don't know how to do that. So they just flip from expecting the best to expecting the worst. No, I'm not saying expect the worst. That's still an expectation. Go into it totally neutral. Hey, you could have the best intentions in the world. You could be full of shit and just blowing smoke straight up my ass. We'll see. I'm cool either way. It don't bother me none. If you end up a piece of shit, especially if you were one in the past, and you haven't fucking changed, am I going to be surprised? No. I think this is going to play out the way it's supposed to play out. And here we are creeping up to the last quarter of the year. We're probably going to start seeing a lot of this in the next few months. Just to let you all know. Usually, I don't know, it's kind of starting a little early this year. Usually this energetic phenomenon doesn't really start unfolding until around November, October at the earliest. But regardless, we're creeping up into that little part of the cycle where it's the last quarter of the year and the cycle is wrapping up and coming to a close, and your higher self is making decisions as to what energy we're going to clear and what energy we're going to take with us into this next cycle, right? So I think this is unfolding the way it's supposed to. I think you're going to see this from a much higher perspective than you ever thought you would. Just don't fight the process. Don't let it piss you off. Trust people to be who they are. If somebody lied to you in the past, don't get mad when they lie to you again. If somebody played games with you in the past, don't get pissed if they play games with you again. I never understand that about people. If you show me who the fuck you are, you think I'm gonna be surprised to see that you're still the same fucking person 2 years, 3 years, 5 years from now? No. It won't surprise me, you know? But just let that play itself out. You'll let go by default. You won't even have to try. All right, let's see what's going on with the single Leos and the person that you're interested in. Single Leos. Single Leos. Uh-oh. Why the card of blocked communication? Some of you interested in a Virgo. Man, tension's starting to build here, isn't it? Boy, that tension is building and building and building and building, isn't it? In it. The tension building, isn't it? I have every fucking wand here on the table. Not every wand in the whole suit, but I have the Knight, the Page, the King, and the Queen. I have a lot of goddamn wands here. Knight, Page, King, Queen, Ace of Wands reversed, 7 of Wands, 3 of Wands reversed, 8 of Wands reversed. I got a shitload of goddamn wands on the table here. This is so scattered and all over the fucking place. Two of Wands. Good Christ. Two of Wands reversed. Eight of Swords. What the fuck, dude? Well, the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands are both reversed, so it doesn't really look like a new start in love is happening. Doesn't really look like this is having much forward movement at all. You might just end up saying fuck this person and accepting a love offer from somewhere else. That's kind of what I'm feeling is going to happen here. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know if this person's just stringing you along, you know, playing games with you, sending you mixed signals, hot and cold, on and off, in and out, acting one way one day, another way another day, saying one thing one day, another thing another day. But I'm feeling like you're about to just wash your hands of this situation. I'm feeling like you're probably going to end up in a relationship with somebody totally different. Well, now it's time for good shit. Let's see how they feel about you. How do they see you? How do they feel about you? What are their thoughts, feelings, and opinions, hopes, dreams, and expectations? Ooh, they don't know how they feel or what they want. Yeah, they don't know. They don't have a damn clue. They don't have a damn clue. Two of Swords and Two of Wands. You know what this is telling me, though? I wasn't even asking about this. It's getting close. It might already be to a point where the universe is going to close the door on this anyways. If that window of opportunity hangs open and idle for too long and nobody acts on it, eventually the universe will just close the door on it. And once the universe closes the door, ain't nothing you can do. Try as you may, ain't nothing you can do. Nothing you can do about that. Even if both of you come together like, oh man, let's do this. I want to start new. I want to start fresh. I want to lay a foundation. When the universe closed the door, ain't no going back from that. But this person, they don't know what they want. They don't know what they want. They don't know who they want. And I cannot imagine a Leo who walks the face of this earth who would give somebody the time of day if they don't know whether or not they want to be with you. You wouldn't do that, would you? Hey, maybe it's possible. I ain't never met no Leo to roll like that. Let's get the advice. What's the best advice? Uh-oh, King of Swords reversed. And Six of Pentacles reversed. Well, all I'm going to say is because I'm feeling like, okay, here's a little bit of behind the scenes, not really behind the scenes, but behind the energy of a tarot reader. One of the things that I have to figure out, and I don't speak on this, in order to determine what message I'm going to deliver to you, the thing I have to figure out is, why is this message coming through, right? Why is it telling me this? Why do you need to know this? And when a message like this comes through, usually the main reason why I'm being told to tell you this is because some of you may be questioning whether or not to accept a love offer from somewhere else. Because I get those questions all the time in my personal readings. You know, as a matter of fact, I just had one a day or two ago where somebody's been on and off with this person for 3 years and in and out in a situationship and on and off and hot and cold and in and out and blah, blah, blah. And then here comes this other person who treats them so well. And they're like, who should I choose? The person that treats me like a piece of dog shit or the person that treats me like a piece of gold? I don't know which one I should choose. Never, ever, in the history of ever never, has the universe intended for you to pick the person that treats you like a piece of dog shit. That's not your divine life partner. So in case you're just maybe needing the validation or the reassurance, when a new door opens, take it. When a new door opens, take it. Okay? All right. I feel like those were the messages that my Leo family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is all down here in the description, all right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.